checking around. I see the doves ain't do what they do, so I know they skies out, thighs out, in the cut, post-workout vibes. You already know. True celibacy, you know what I'm saying? Semen retention, no playing with yourself. This ain't the season for many of that. It's like it ain't season for, knockers to be involved in none of the shits that's popping off in the world today. It's all about just getting yourself together and start loving yourself and getting in tune with the Most High. Knowing that America is, is the spiritual, the highest spiritual center in America. In the world. Shit. Love these guys. What's happening right there? Butterfly came through. I can feel the world's energy. Woo. They be trying to get on my ass, but I'm. I tell you. Chopping it up like a well today. Everybody got something to say about the NAGA. About niggas, man. No matter what they got to say, they always say niggas ain't right. Not like right, but not like right about what we know. Or certain people have cluster B personality disorder, They have that fight or flight response about things. Ooh, I can feel the world, boy. We got the volcano popping off right now. We got the lava flow hitting. Got Mosai coming through with the butterfly. Got the doves. I got Debo. Debo, you want to come say hi real fast? We just starting the live off and shit, so it ain't too much. You know what I'm saying? Peace. What's up, Thuggy Dubs? In a place to be. Oh, yeah. So, man, you see now. I'm just going to jump right into it because I know the button pusher in the back like, okay, nigga, you going to get it. You going to get it. All right, so we jumping in, man. Isn't it ironic a little bit that we're starting to see, police complain about their treatment being treated by a certain agency? You know what I mean? By the below zero agency, by the below 32 degrees agency. You know what I'm saying? Isn't it ironic, man? Police is complaining about that, And it's not like a lot of things have really popped off yet, but they're complaining about little small things. We got Chicago police complaining about getting maced. We even seen it, They got maced by the 32 degrees people. You know what I mean? They got maced, and they're mad at that. But so many things that already happened. Peace. I'm trying to see if I can see it. The sun is shining bright. So I'm gonna put the phone up just to say peace. Let's say Trey Settle. Pardon so. Peace. Alright. So and they're mad about, the mistreatment, the police officers now, but it's so much that didn't happen. Now, they didn't expect someone to come out and be building, or people to be building and revealing certain experiences about their encounters with the police in Minneapolis. That's one of the most slept on places where police brutality took place all the time. Every day on a constant basis, man. So much so that gangs had to make sure that little 13-year-olds like myself had to walk in bunches of 4. So they had to find a way to swoop on us with 13 cars and shit to say that we were a gang. Because we couldn't be hanging together and walking down the street. Just to look after one another when they flashing their bright lights. Our moms and dads don't know that this is going on. We getting molested. Our energy is getting molested by the police. This happened for decades, man. Since in the 90s for sure. 80s. Ever since the 80s. And I was in the 80s. And Minneapolis police ain't never been right. You know what I'm saying? It goes all the way back to Tysell Nelson, man, when they killed that bro. They shot my friend AD and said that he shot his own self. And it's like, huh? In a house, too. But AD was trying to run out the house. So it was a funny. They shot my boy LA, 15 years old. But AD was 17. Shit. AD was 17 years old, not even 17. Going on 17. Beautiful, handsome, young brother, man. Dark skin. You know, we always played dice, but we wouldn't kill each other. This is our hood. You know what I'm saying? My boy LA got shot in the back in front of his father on 36 in Chicago. This is in Minneapolis, man. And he fell right in the back of my old apartment building, man. And the police sitting there, the dad looking with the pistol, still smoking. You see what I'm saying? A lot of shit. They shot bros with their hands up. And I seen it in a dream. And it actually came out to happen on 32nd and Bryant, somewhere over there. It's over south. Right over there where they protesting at. You know? And they get mad that this certain 32 degree people coming through and spraying mace in their face. Just imagine what happened in Chicago. You should be lucky you got mace sprayed in your face. We know the shit that went down. We got bro on there, the superintendent talking, backing up these folks to allow, like he's actually pushing for this. You know what I'm saying? And the plan is backfired. You know this. When you got a corrupt system, sometimes you got to use the other fire. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes other fire got to be used. You can use water, but it's another type of fire. And if it ain't, it can be something that's so cold. You know, dry can be cold as hell too. You know, dry ice be smoking, nigga. You can't even touch dry ice. That shit's so goddamn hot. But it's cold in the motherfucker. So you find something cold as hell to handle that shit. It's crazy, man. You know, but to be mad at that, I can do a whole fucking podcast. Shit, that's what I'm doing anyways. Shit, but as far as dealing on, you know, the Godcast, just building on the experiences, people calling in. It's talking about, you know, the experience with police in Master now, which is Minnesota. I mean, it's corrupt in Minnesota. I mean, it'll be hundreds and thousands of people calling in talking about their experiences in Minnesota with the police. And so they mad that these mothers targeting them, going behind the scenes doing things. And that's kind of crazy. The thing is that, you know what I'm saying, nothing was really fair. So nothing was really fair when it was on our end. So it's not to say, like, you know, this is a racist thing, because we see now things are trying to, like, you know, destroy from the inside out, which is, you know, is bound to happen. A system that was built on corruption, and people kind of know this, the public know this, man, and anybody trying to stand with it is like, yo, man, you guarding this, they'll fall with it. This is a spiritual time. This is a very serious battle for basically knockers and niggas to get to themselves and know themselves and learn the history. Yeah, so it's at the top of the Nile of the West. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people can't really speak on Minneapolis and shit. You know what I mean? They always been doing it. Robin's Hood, I call it Robin's Hood. Robbinsdale. Oh man, G. Police pull over. You can't even drive down West Broadway if you're a brother. You better walk your ass down the street. You know what I'm saying? Police always been targeting niggas, so I guess they're being targeted by somebody who's, you know, a little bit bigger, I guess. You know what I'm saying? That's to let you know, like, hold up, calm down with all your shits. Chill out, or get with the program. Cause it's almost like Muzz is about to try to fight the economic change that's about to go down. It's like a whole economic change gonna go down. Everybody, people that wasn't having businesses before is about to start having businesses. You know, people's not gonna be shut out of their creative, you know, outlet and getting paid for it. You know, it's a certain mindset when you're dealing with this cluster B personality disorder. Even when you hire people in authoritative positions. If you hire somebody in an authoritative position and you know that they have this little big eye, little you type of complex, and you hire them, you know they'll carry out, you know, the wickedry. Shit. If you're hiring people who can't function as a natural empathic person and put them in position of authority in law enforcement and they can't really, you know what I'm saying, see the true, you know what I'm saying, essence of something, instead of trying to, you know, make a preset and try to get somebody to react to their, you know what I'm saying, gaslighting and projecting tactics, which is a cluster B personality disorder, then them must got to remove tools ever in power, because it's like you're hiring these motherfuckers who are actually going out to harass 15, 13-year-olds and shit. Now, these 15, 13-year-old black males, they may not even have a guidance, because now they got guns and shit like that, and they turn them on themselves. They got puberty. They don't know how to harness that kundalini energy and shit. That's what we face with. This is our problem and shit. But when we're allowing these grown people to bully our people, to bully our youth, our youngins, you know, into doing all kind of shit. Why am I gotta scratch my back? Then that right there alone just let you know shit is uneven. So when things happen to, you know, the certain law enforcement now, that they're not handling their shit, it's too much information that's out, really. If they're not handling their shit at the right way they're supposed to, then, you know, they're gonna be held accountable. And I know it's like, yo, the feds, you know, it's hard to hold them accountable and all that stuff, but when you're looking at it, the police just works for the city. They work for the city, so they shouldn't allow to have this power trip to do all these things. The police did so much shit. And I ain't lying, G. We know that. You know what I'm saying? There's just certain ways you carry your energy to deal with these folks. And certain cities, when you had to deal with certain harsh police tactics. Must had to move certain cities, man. You call the police on a person in a certain city, man, it's like a death sentence. And I know that police ain't got to act that way. Because when I get to another place, I see police here, don't even have to act that way. They ask me, am I okay? If they see me with a certain motherfucker, like, nigga, hey, bro, you okay? I'll be like, yeah, I'm all right. You know, if I'm going to work and it's like a Caucasian with me or something, they call them howlies out here and shit. But they ask my ass and shit. I'm like, yeah. They be like, okay, bro, you know what I'm saying? Just be cool and all that, you know what I'm saying? They shake up with me, the police, boom, like this. So I know police ain't gotta be the way they are towards niggas in America and shit. It's just it's a curriculum that they're following. And now they get mad when motherfuckers is macing their ass. And they getting pulled over. And then it's like, yo, don't be surprised they find certain ones who done did all the dirt. It's just too much things that done went down. Even if it's both sides playing in theaters in our face. It's just the fact that that state alone is for real. They known for killing niggas in Minnesota. Shit. Anybody who live there know that shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have another motherfucker drive your car. Shit. You can't even drive your car. You a nigga, man. You better have a motherfucker pull me. I had a Cadillac, an 88 Cadillac, man, with a white rag top, with a maroon one. A maroon 88 Cadillac with the white rag top and the white inside leather and shit. Them mugs was like, they finally pulled me over, but the energy I had driving the car was a little bit wicked too, because they was kind of like trying to do the extra shit to get the motherfucker to pull me over. And it was an illegal pullover too, because it wasn't a state trooper. It was a Minneapolis squad car that pulled me over on the freeway. You know, they was willing to have a shootout. They was willing to have it. Call their little authorities to get they back up and shit. To call another state trooper to pull me over. It was willing to do all that. But I was in the passenger side. But they was trying to get me, and I was like, nah. You know, they took my car, though. They found whatever way. And then for me to try to get it back, they wanted to charge me $1,200. It wasn't even in there that day. Basically stole my car and shit. They stole a few of my cars. Just like that, man. One time, motherfucker stole my car. I was giving a ride. Motherfucker pulled me over on the freeway. I was like, God damn, I was legit and everything. I just wanted to get my bag with my books in there. That motherfucker pulled his heat so fast. And like, oh, you reaching that car, boy. I was like, damn, it was a state trooper too. Minnesota, man, cold as hell. Cold as hell. That hearts is cold up in that motherfucker. If you watch how cold it is in Minnesota, just watch a downtown scene of people walking when it's like below zero on Nicollet Mall. That's a place called Nicollet Mall or some shit. You know what I'm saying? You see how quiet that shit is. Motherfuckers in their thoughts. And, you know what I mean? So, anyhow, this is right here is allowing us to heal this new generation of black people we got. You know, they like mad that we got new generations that popping up. You know what I mean? There's new people still being born that couldn't poison us because, you know, crack is off the streets like that. It's not banging like how it was. You know, the doctors now had to step into the game and prescribe prescription drugs that'll get you fucked up, and they was doing that to young cats. So they'll get the prescription drugs and sell them. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no drug deals no more. It's very low now. It's people who do it is like, nigga, that's done, G. You know what I'm saying? Niggas who do that up in Minnesota, that's like, that's done, G. You know what I'm saying? Might sell some weed or something like that. You know? But other than that, Muzz is like they want business, but they don't want to rent to people who own the business and spots. They don't want to rent on. So when brothers get you know, little mobile businesses. They kind of want to, you know, put you through the hoops to get all these, get your LLC, but then you got to get your license to do this. And so much shit. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody else can do it, but it's like, and so much that we started from like work that we done saved up for the last few months that we trying to make our own business on. You know what I'm saying? Love you guys. It's in Minnesota. Brothers is very business oriented up there, and they really tried to not have us to have businesses in Minnesota, big dog. We're very business oriented. We have skills up there. Artistic motherfuckers out of this world is in Minnesota, big dog. In Minneapolis alone, shit. Some of the best artists, black artists you ever seen. My bro up there, Ron Brown, man. Coldest motherfucker, man. Coldest artist ever, man. Shit. And he can vouch for a lot of shit I'm saying. You know? There's a lot of things that go down. There's a lot of things that happen up there. And it was always a police brutality state. And I'm pretty sure Chicago is too. So for somebody to go online and go out, who are they complaining to? You know? It's like, obviously, that's like a warning. That's a slap on the wrist. Like, nigga, straighten up. These niggas is gonna get into place because they're gonna have opportunity now. They're not gonna, when I say opportunity, yes, they can have opportunity to go into the job, but when you know you're dealing with an underneath evil eye, somebody got this little big eye, little you over them when they're working, and they can possibly get, you know, fired and shit. And you see this, they wait till a certain time, and niggas really depending on those checks now. And things happen, even if not even the fire, just let go. They find a way to not pay you through the, you know, through work. You know, when you get to work shit every week or whatever you get them. You know what I'm talking about? He says, it's been so long, man. Most of us got me about that shit, man. But I can just talk about it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So when we jump back in, they cleaning it up. So when we get the button pusher, man. But you know, the heavens is getting cleaned up. And that's one of the most important heavens is, man. That's the top of the Mississippi River, man. The water's so goddamn fresh, you can damn near put your hand in there and scoop. Remember when there wasn't no Mexicans in Minnesota, man? It was just us. It was so clean. You know what I'm saying? It was clean. You know, yeah, we all had civilization. Of course, we're going to fight and buck up against one another and things that happen in civilizations that we was going to eventually pan out on our own. But when we had extra external players added into the game, jumping in and shit like that, you know, we really do want to support their businesses, but we weren't really welcome too tough to come in. It's like, yeah, get this, I go. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, we give them little insights, like, yeah, man, you maybe do this, tell them what type of cigar to sell. Next thing you know, they got it in, they selling hundreds of cigars of what you told them and shit. And don't give you nothing off of this idea. Like, it's like, ain't that intellectual properties and shit? I just showed you what the fucking cigar to get. Now niggas is gonna come in spending that dollar. You weren't even gonna do that. You wanted to be uppity in your smoke shop. But niggas would automatically, we would have a smoke shop. And I'm like, I'll have a smoke shop, but I'm just saying, only a few of us got it though. You know what I mean? They make sure that we couldn't rent at them sitting in places. It was certain powers dealing with wickedness in high places. They got the butterflies all through. Both of the butterflies. Most sides coming through prison in the area, right? In a good way though. With the true Christ consciousness, the Kundalini that's starting from the base riding up to the top, man. We're getting the true downloads. And it's reasonable. It's not like we're trying to bring hate. It's like, it's making us even more, like what most I said, just pull back, dude. But pusher. Things that's happening in certain areas won't stop, you know what I'm saying? And ramp up, but that's because they know what's going on and shit. It's like, you might be helping the nigga type shit, you know? And when you have someone, you got different kind of white folks. These are not, all white folks is not the same. The fucking Amish, when they came through, them niggas ain't doing shit bad to nobody. They following the scripts and doing what they do. They just, whatever it is, they're not coming out of the shits too tough. They got their store, they got their business. We come there, we support them, and buy that good ass bread that they make, man. The Amish, the Quakers and shit, some Quakers has had a little bit funny problem, but not really though. Everybody like them, they were cool. They came in and they doing what they doing. They ain't got causing no problems, man. You got mugs coming in causing problems. That's the difference. You know what I'm saying? Hey, peace, Swift. You know, so like I say, shout out to the Amish. You know, they cool. They don't hate niggas at all and shit. They very welcoming, man. They got good food. They deal with family values. Shit that you supposed to do when you come to America, man. You know what I'm saying? They got their own. They don't bother nobody. We told them don't go up in the Appalachians because we get other motherfuckers up there. They like cool. And they don't. Not at night. Don't go up in there at night, man. Shit. And they learn that shit. You know what I'm saying? And so Same thing. Everybody's supposed to learn this type of stuff, but now it's dealing with a cleansing process. Like Muslim overstay they welcome, and it's a lady on site now that's talking about people, how long the thousands of lines of immigration to come into America. And everybody's, before I left Minnesota, I was doing my own little I do my own little everything really and shit. But you know, my gardening and my landscaping, you know, the weed man landscaping, and so I go do whatever little various jobs and shit, you know what I'm saying, taking up trees or whatever, and I go to certain businesses too. And so, you know, of course they look at you up and down like I don't know, but I came in like how I come in and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like, it's a demand, demand respect, motherfucker. I'm just coming in, yo, I see you need your weeds pulled and all this and make your, you know, your restaurant nice and inviting so you can sit them outside in the front. This is in Crystal, Minnesota and shit. You know what I mean? So, or somewhere out there, yeah, I think it's Crystal. Yeah, so anyhow, he was cool. He was an experienced businessman. But once they told him, because I told him my pay, and he was paying me. Once somebody got in his ear and told him, don't pay me that, his whole vibe changed. And there was a fruit tree in the back of that mud that they ain't know nothing about. It was just a bush to them. And I was always getting the fruit from that motherfucker. And then they finally seen me like, oh, I hooked the whole area up and shit. You know? But anyways, they wanted to shortchange me and shit. And I just had to leave them alone. Like right there, I knew my shit. I'm like, nah, you know? And so it's a lot of little things. So only businesses that can go down is like haircutting shops. You best know police always jumping up in there because they want to make sure you ain't got no weed in the back, you know, because they always violating your rights. You ask them for delegation of authority, they come in, try to raid you and shit before you even ask them for delegation of authority. They already got the guns out and shit. You don't even know. Somebody, that means that whoever you renting to, then already told on you and shit to allow the raid to happen, to bust holes in their shit. So they can allow the insurance to collect, and so they can redo the fucking house or building or whatever they got. Sometimes niggas run down, but most of the times they don't, especially when you got a good business that's popping, you know, or they try to give you bad word of mouth. So whatever, don't put your shit in the paper. Just stuff like that, man, to try to make sure you don't do it. So we had to have good word of mouth and only start marketing to our own, but it was, you know, we was more marketable to outside people too, so people would still come. We had a barbershop up there, a good barbershop too. So we didn't market to just the brothers. We had a barbershop in Columbia Heights. They don't like niggas out there and shit. You know what I'm saying? But it try to stop shit. But boom, boom. And you know, we took the clientele of the Arabs that wanted to sell us the shop. They wanted to sell us the big tail and just get the dollars out of them. But we made their little dollars back. My boy kind of made a bad decision on that one, but we still made it right back though. But the thing was, you know, we had this shit set up so professional that we had it was straight here. So I mean, we had white folks coming through, all kind of white folks and Hindus, and you know, we catered to them real good. And we brothers in there, so we always dressed good. You know what I'm saying? With the big TV where you turn on the game and shit. You know, and we kept it jazz on in the morning, get your coffee. You know, leather seats and shit. Got the bathrooms, all that shit. It was very, very comfortable. You didn't want to leave it. And it's cold outside. You didn't want to leave. Do a couple reps and shit. You know what I'm saying? Muzz was comfortable. And so we had it out the whoop. So Muzz was mad. They wanted to shut the business down and shit. And all the Arabs was coming to us. The only thing we couldn't do was the weeding, the things with the little. I'm going like this, but that's how they had their eyebrows done, because they come back like, they very hairy. They come back like every 2 days and shit. So business is popping. That's like $50 a cut every day, or they need a lineup and shit or something. And they wanted to keep their shit fresh, you know, so we always have, boom, boom, have their shit right, you know what I'm saying? And so, you know, yeah, man, so yeah, they was mad. They wanted to shut it down. They wanted, you know, the previous owner tried to say that we didn't pay him the money and all of this, and then the police got in on it, and boom, shit happened, you know? And this is like, huh? So bro tried to battle this shit in court, shit went down, you know what I mean? So it's a lot of things that go down, you know what I mean, up in there. You know, wanting to have your own clothing store, that's hard to do because they always look at you like bad and shit. Only the Chinese can have two Soho. whoever, you know, can have two Soho. So if you wanted to have a clothing shop, it's only allowed through a certain agreement because they know your shit gonna be popping. You know, having a laundromat, oh, man, they don't even want that. It was like niggas really had the laundry, dry cleaners. Niggas had dry cleaners, laundromats, everything, P. You know what I'm saying? That all diminished because we was catching up to them. Like, Minnesota was about to be the place like the new Atlanta and shit. In the 90s, it was about to turn into that. If the drug and the gangs and they becoming the murder capital and shit, and meaning that niggas, you know, police and niggas was going against each other. You know, it was like a secret thing that nobody really knew about in America and shit. So it's the stuff that's been boiling up over up there, you know. Yeah, man. So they had to speak on that as far as like, you know, everybody getting upset about them, about mugs being targeted. But when niggas always been targeted, you can't even go outside the house. People know you by name. Some police know you by name and shit. You may not even have a record. They know you by just whatever, man. One time driving on, you know, like I said, we always had to have our female drive the car and shit. They know it's your car, so they'll come right on the passenger side, like, yeah, what's your name? Are you so-and-so, so-and-so? Like, nah. And she just driving the car, hey, man, this is licensed driver, man. Why are you talking to me? It's like, I don't even have to say shit, you know what I mean? And it's like, you know, one time they got me, I was swift enough to do this part, though. This is how I gotta say it. I was swift, I mean, I don't want to say like swift enough, but it just came on me, because I seen it. I seen him pull up, me and the lady, man. She's driving, I'm booming. Right across from me is the police. I already knew what they finna do. I'm not even trying to make the eye contact. I already know they drawing up. They got cluster B personality. They see a nigga over here. They can act out their whole little disorder right now. Nigga like, oh, I can idolize, devalue, and discard you right away. Or whatever order they want to do it in, you know? Because these people hired them to do the shit in the city of Crystal. So they turn, I said, they gonna do a U-turn right behind us. I knew it too. And they boop, turn that U-turn. You know, they coming up with whatever they got to say that we want what we was on and shit. I was like, yeah, pull into this store parking lot so we ain't on the public street. Man, she listened too, man. You know what I mean? And so she pulled into that motherfucker. The motherfuckers came in out of nowhere. I'm like sitting there just waiting and shit. Like they get in their car and they looking at me. They just looking in the car like, nigga, what's up with this nigga over there though? Who that nigga? And the dude was like, what you reaching for? Like, I laughed though. I was like, oh, this motherfucker's they gonna try to say I'm reaching. I seen the little nigga, the little white boy in the motherfucking rear view, little funny little dude. You know when they get to doing this shit, you know, when you put motherfucking vest on, nigga, you just feel I'm like, man, let me just be quiet and shit. Where he's going, you know what I'm saying? I'm a pastor. I'm like, I ain't gotta say nothing. And they wanted to say, but we gotta hurry up and get on the freeway though, because they know we gonna hop on that freeway. Because niggas don't even drive the regular streets in Minnesota, nigga. I'm just putting you on. Like, that's how motherfucking bad it is, man. It's like, man, we wanted to put like some drivers together with perfect records. I ain't got no driver's record. Ain't that some shit? That's how perfect your ass gotta be. Nigga, not no moving violation. You know what I'm saying? They give you some tickets. You know what I mean? So, anyhow, though, niggas know them highways, man, or them Harriet Tubman routes and shit. You know, you can't be riding that mug, man. It's really crazy shit. Oh, I got a gang stalker, goddamn. They felt that energy. Like, he had that little murk, like he knew it was a nigga talking and shit. They know what a nigga is now, see? The true American, that shit starting to be known to everybody. And people like butthurt and pissed about that shit. They like, damn, and so these mothers that was able to flex their little power on us while we walking down the street to the store, you going to the store, a lot of mothers didn't even come back from the store because the police did some shit. Let alone some cluster B personality disorder that, you know, mothers that had dealing with each other growing up. We was only teenagers. It wasn't like we was like fucking 30 years old. Like the new niggas nowadays doing some dumbass shit. It was only that. You know what I'm saying? Most mothers in my era learned how to go to the store for a dope man and shit and get a couple dollars. So we wouldn't get no food at home, man. We had to battle that amongst the brutality and shit and being targeted at a child's age while going to school. And that was regular to us. You better not. Like, niggas, you know, button pushing and shit. Plus I got the, what you call it, you know what I'm saying? But acting out, you know, as a youth, you act out a little bit because you don't have nothing to do. It's like, damn, mama didn't turn their back on me and shit. I'm arguing with them, they on drugs. I don't know what the fuck to say. You want to tell everybody they on drugs, and everybody don't want to tell nothing about that because they know everybody, we know everybody mom and daddy on drugs and shit. They playing cards with each other and shit, going in the room, hitting macking balls and shit, having high balls and stuff, you know? And it's like niggas trying to adapt to the shit too, you know what I mean? To the smotheringness of our freedom of expressions and shit. And niggas thought we could do it too, you know what I mean? But we still learn. We had places that we can go, and still was taught by, you know, and that's a spiritual place. I still was taught by people at the Boys and Girls Club who actually had love for the youth, and our youth was black in the neighborhood. And we'd probably have one or two white people, man, and they were the downest mugs you can ever have, even if they were tattletales. But nah, they were still down, man. You know what I'm saying? The Boys and Girls Club was really ran by a black man named John Hardiman. You know what I'm saying? So the whole little system, John Hardiman. I was right up when I wanted to be a runner of the Boys and Girls Club and shit. You know, that was how positive that shit was in Minnesota in the midst of the crack era and shit. You couldn't walk nowhere. And the police on your ass and shit. You couldn't even walk home from the Boys and Girls Club, right? You got to walk down alleys and shit. And alleys was dangerous than a motherfucker still with certain people who had cluster B personality. Just as quiet as kept. Nobody's not even talking about that shit. You know? It was like, it seemed like Minnesota nice. That was like a lie. That was like a lie. You know what I'm saying? And Minnesota nice, you can feel it when you go to Wisconsin. It's like, oh, they nice. They kind. Minnesota, them niggas got the mask up. Them motherfuckers ain't kind. And you come back, you be like walking through the Skyway, them motherfuckers uppity. I know how to walk through the Skyways, dressed to the nines and shit with the shoes and the slacks tied, everything. You know what I'm saying? See, I learned different things up there. But then, as far as on that note, you know what I mean? But that's how they were, man. You know what I mean? So that's how they are. They was always about police brutality. So I had to dress a certain way. If you don't want to be always pulled over and shit, and you was always about business, you know, I knew certain things. But still, one time they pulled me over like that too, and they seen I had a hat on. I had something like a real dive on and shit. And I got away. They let me go. Shit, they let me go. It was, you know, it was by himself. I guess he didn't want to go through the shit. I was just like, yeah. And I just parked my car. I'm gonna have somebody come get it because they had insurance and shit. And I walked. And that was it. It was my daughter's birthday that day. Birthday party. Yep. So we had to come back, do what niggas do. Come back, get the car, look around. All right, come get the car, niggas. So they, you know, because they'll be waiting for you. See who gonna come back and get the car so they can pull you over again. That's how petty these motherfuckers is. Tell you, one time I can't. Alright, it's another story, nigga. I'm telling you, man, we're gonna do all them stories, nigga. Your police brutality story, nigga. But I happened to get out of them situations. And my niggas seen this shit. They knew it right there, because they always come right up to me. Like, they had that motherfucking heat right up, nigga. A lot of times, one time, let me say one story. I say one story. Story time. It was one of these times, we was over south right there on 35th in Nicollet, man. It's in the hood, and everybody, that's where all this shit popping off. And we like 4 deep. No, we 5 deep. And we knew we shouldn't be in this month. We didn't even went to this gas station, but we did. Y'all know about a gas station. And this wasn't a hood gas station. This was a gas station where police be at. So it's like, they were the gang. You know what I'm saying? You don't go where they're at. You know what I mean? So we like, damn, we went up there, it's late night and shit. Go get the blunt. They know we finna buy the swishers and shit like that. You know? And I'm fresh. My shit whipped. Oh, they trying to, what you call it? But blue shirt, blue, what you call it? You know what I'm saying? But I was fresh that time, man. My nigga, man, he pulled up. It's the guy, man, Trooper Side. He probably watching. He had to have that motherfucker out the window while the police was pulling us over and shit. And this is a funny story almost, you know what I'm saying? This ain't a brutality story. But it just shows you that they was already waiting to be on our ass and shit. So they just swooped all over on us and shit. And they separated me to the side. And they was checking my ass for forever. Like, they thought I was a dope boy or something and shit. And I was just like, no, this ain't, but they let us go though, and they gave him the ticket, and she had to go to court for that. But another time though, it wasn't so motherfucking what you call it though. It's another time my still homies was with me. True was with us again, walking down the street, 4 of us, man. These mothers, this is right where they would burn all them buildings up on Lake Street, and dude, police pulled up 5, 6, 7 cars, man, deep, guns out. We're like 4 of us, we laughing walking down the street like we on juice and shit, you know what I'm saying? Just chopping it up. But this is at night though. Somebody said the little dude had the motherfucking gauge and shit pointed. And dude was shaking, but we put us all in the car. He was shaking, had that mother right in my face, man, all them motherfuckers. This happened so many times though. And well, my boy was like, damn, man, that motherfucker was shaking with that. He had shit on the trigger too. Another time, no. I told us we shouldn't even get in the car. It was on meth that night. Them niggas that motherfucker had a fresh bald head and a shiny 9 and a shiny 9. 2 of them bitches. They weren't police issued either. That nigga pulled us over, man, so bad, pressed them bitches in my chest, man, so quick. All right, I told us that we shouldn't have got in the car. It was right after a show. I used to do music and shit. And at that time, I had long dreads. People didn't have long dreads at that time, so it was like, you know. But yeah, man, I couldn't believe we got out of that situation. That was on Lake Street and Park Avenue, boy. They tried to lecture us and shit in front of everybody. It was like hundreds of motherfuckers and shit. It was like, him, I don't like him. I had my hands up. I was like, can I put my hands down there? They was like, nah, keep them up. I tried to tell my chick I was with, like, yeah, man, you know, it's certain energies you gotta have. The dude got caught with the heat in the car. I was like, oh shit, it was just dumb shit. We got away out there. But yeah, but I had her bro, he didn't get away one time, man. You know what I'm saying? Another one named Abuka, man, on 35th and in the alley right there, off 35th in Chicago. Man, they shot him like 26 times, man. Over 26 times, man. Bro, long ass locks, man. Long ass dreads, man. This is like in the end of the night, right between the turn of the century. Shot him like 20 something times, man. He didn't even have to do him like that. He didn't even give a fuck. He actually, up to that date, he knew something like that was gonna happen. The way he was at, yeah, that was something else. But all that I'm saying is all right there where all that is popping off at. I'm talking about what thing is happening with the George Floyd and shit. All that shit, everything's happening right in that area, in the hood where I came at. That's my hood. I got videos talking about that shit already, but it was on the other channel. They stopped. They probably watching me now like, man, fuck this nigga. I ain't fucking. But yeah, man, you know, so yeah, either way it goes. The thing is that, you know, bros, we can police our own self. We don't need people to police us. That's the moral of the story. They come in and try to project their gaslight and their insecurities on us, especially as youth, knowing that we're gonna talk a certain way and respond. And some of us as youth don't even respond. They just still beat the shit out of us. One time when we was 13, they threw a baton at my boy. I was like, oh, they throwing shit now? This is before they started shooting. We was like, damn, because we used to just run from the police, man. That was it. Man, them niggas threw the baton at that nigga, man. That's how they caught him. We jumping fences, and you just knew they caught his ass. This is on 28th and like 27th Avenue or something like that. 28th and 17th Avenue over south, where the Somalis is at, where the Somalis came through and moved to. And they moved over north too, though. They had a whole project built over there. And they destroyed our project and built that project, you know what I'm saying? And built them new buildings and shit over there. I understand, it's cool. But the old projects were all brick, so you know they was like, I mean, old school and shit. They was built nice. They still had green grass and shit. They weren't ran down and nothing like that, because the KMOJ radio station was in the projects. The all-black radio station where Morris Day and Prince and Jimmy Jam, all them niggas come through, it was right there, nigga, 89.9. So it was in the projects, the most blackest place you can fucking be to have your radio station was in the heart of the blackest place area in Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? Which was right there in them projects over north from Minneapolis. That right there, you know what I mean? Well, alone just let you know, shit. The whole Minneapolis, south side and north side was black. So, you know, yeah, man, but a lot of brutality was going down. Niggas didn't do nothing to them people. Niggas didn't have no gun. Their whole shit was they always had a gun, they said. And that case get dropped because it was fighting against wickedness in high places. You know, remember, niggas couldn't afford lawyers, and if they did, those lawyers was pulled to the side, like, yo, man, we're gonna bribe you and give you da-da-da-da-da to make sure that they da-da-da-da-da, even if you is paying a lawyer. Corrupt shit was happening. This is what motherfuckers got to, so this is why motherfuckers getting a little bit corrupt with their ass. Like, oh, you wanna be corrupt? Nigga, shut up. You know, shit like that, man. It's like, and it's even more because I'm not really like, you know, it's sad that it got to come to all of this dumb ass shit. Like, damn, we couldn't just chill out, you know? We couldn't just allow us to police our own people. You know what I mean? We was asking for this shit back when the real Panthers came out. It's like, yo, man. But then UEP was getting pulled over and beat down. And since UEP trying to tell us UEP was trying to tell us how to handle shit with the police. Them niggas, Tupac coming out with songs about the crooked police, shit like that, man. Shit that we was facing. Like, man, we don't mind you in the neighborhood, but nigga, don't be crooked. Then when drugs came in, you know, that's when niggas started strategizing and shit. It was already gangs and tribes, but the drugs really made it, like, you know, official, because dollars were being made and they were being blown because, hey, niggas got cluster B personality and them niggas ain't gonna save shit. You know what I mean? Only the ones who are still smart within the little sprinkles or was having the communities and, you know, trying to build something, you know. But ever since a motherfucker was infiltrated by CIAs or something that was used as a weapon to infiltrate niggas' positive movements at those times, because it wasn't the right time for it to bloom like that, you know, since that happens, you know, it's like niggas just pull back a little bit, like, okay, let's rest for a second and re-strategize and shit. Once you know what you're dealing with this cluster B personality disorder individual, you notice it's all about your energy at all times, no matter what it is, you know what I'm saying? They idolize and devalue and discard you no matter what. You know, when you're dealing with that type of energy, and you can tell it in anybody, no matter who they are, if they got the traits or the pathological disorder, you just got to be able to pinpoint it and study it yourself, or talk to individuals, or just look into it and be like, what is this narcissistic personality disorder? This is what they talk about, the NPD. Like, it's a part of the cluster B. You know, it's a functioning personality disorder, which you can actually go about your day life living. And then when you're given in a profession that you can actually carry this shit out on a regular basis, an authority, like the big I little you, because that's what narcissists feel, sociopaths feel it, especially sociopath, because they can talk and be connected with other sociopaths and make a team and shit. Whereas a narcissist, they got to be like that one guy and shit, you know what I'm saying? But the team, oh, they got a unit? Hey man, let's team up and try to get this motherfucker to tell on himself, and so we can get the search in the vehicle. It's too many videos out talking about the corruption of these police. They got the fucking camera on this shit, and they're corrupt, they're criminalizing themselves. This is how fucking shallow this cluster B personality disorder really is. These narcissistic, sociopathic, borderline personality, histrionic disordered motherfuckers is. You know what I'm saying? You can have the narcissistic personality, but when it's a disorder, it's a broken record. You see what is coming. We naturally adapt to that shit. And it's like, it changes us either whether we even think about it or not. But now we're bringing it to the forefront on a knowledge standpoint, so you can be able to look at it. Now you can look, listen, and observe and see like, oh, this is what it is. I can describe it now, you know what I'm saying? Instead of just saying like we adapt, you know what I'm saying? No, we're adapting to their gaslighting and projecting tactics. That they'll go to great lengths to get us to react and go to do shit and get us to respond in order for us to give them some type of energy to make them feel alive. When you're dealing with narcissists, you have to give them some type of energy to be alive. They love the lip wrestle. You hear motherfucking police love to lip wrestle with you no matter what you're telling them. If you're trying to end the conversation, like here goes the something else. You shouldn't even really be arguing with them motherfuckers anyways and calling for their authority and shit. If you know you legit, just give them the shit. That's it. You know what I'm saying? That all goes together. Don't even play. Just be like, yeah, all right, boom, boom, boom. But I see if you ain't got the license, you got to explain, like, I got a permit, but my car is insured, but okay, stuff like that. Now you got to try to, like, be cool with them. That's cool. I understand that. But if you legit, man, you got everything, just give them everything. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing to incriminate yourself, to allow this person to gaslight and project their insecurities onto you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're really not even in proper pro se. It's just starting to come about now to show who you truly is. Okay, niggas is Native Americans, or niggas is the true motherfuckers and shit. You know, we can't stop them from traveling their land, but actually at the same time, we can charge them because whatever is in their car, we can call it a cargo, and that they're transporting goods now. And so now we can charge them for that. So now they got to get a tab. Yeah. And so anything that's in the car, let's insure it too. It's like, what the fuck? You know, all this shit. And niggas is careful drivers and shit. Like, niggas, we don't even think about all that shit. It's y'all motherfuckers that don't want to come to the fucking stop sign and do the fucking actual job to be like, you want to let another motherfucker go and you the first one there and shit. That's confusion. Just go. You the first one. That type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't be playing. You know what I mean? Don't try to have this control issue like you are bigger than this person that pulled up and you pulled up first. And now you're saying, no. You know what I mean? That don't make no goddamn sense. I understand if y'all kind of is a little off, but if both of you motherfuckers got cluster B personality, your egos won't even let none of you niggas judge. You'll sit there and both be like, yo, you go. You go. It's like, you cluster B personality motherfuckers. That's how you know. So pull away from them type people. Like most I said, get out of her, man. Get out of them ones, man. Because you'll notice when you're in that relationship or in a personal relationship, friendship, business ship, you'll definitely know not to go into business with a certain motherfucker who's like a loan shark. You know already something's up with that motherfucker. That motherfucker's a psychopath. He's giving you the money so he can fuck you over on purpose. He don't even care about the money. He cares about the fact that he can be able to devalue you and fuck you over. He bought you with that money. He don't even care. He can probably make it back. That was the gift of the money in the first place, to fuck you over. You know, like a loan shark would do. You know what I'm saying? So you don't get gifts from loan sharks. You know what I'm saying? It's the same difference. You know, you got to know that you're dealing with a true motherfucker if you're dealing with certain ships that you're getting on. Relationships, you know, business partnerships, whatever. It's going to take you somewhere. So you got to be secure with yourself. And this season, it's going to be like that. And so, yeah, man, when Muzz is trying to stop niggas from going to and fro, handling their business, even if they is taking somebody to the store for $5 of gas, well, now it's like you got to give a motherfucker $20 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's between them. It's a personal or private debt with that legal tender. You know what I'm saying? It's up to them. But when a motherfucker think that they can know the law, it's not even the law. It's the statutes and codes and shit. That these, I get this motherfucker for this. Oh, you didn't put the blinker on. Oh, now I can be like, you're driving on a reasonable suspension under my narcissistic personality judgment that you didn't want to make a complete stop 5 miles back when I was following you. Nigga, you followed me for 5 miles, nigga. You ain't got shit to do. You ain't got shit to do. That's what we're going against. You know what I'm saying? That's what niggas is going against. You want to see where nigga is going. You know what I'm saying? So when a nigga pulls somewhere that he's not going, oh, no, you're not going there. Like, no, I ain't going. You following me. But who can I tell? So now you get the cameras and shit, and motherfuckers still violate the rights in certain places. Like out here, I know they don't do that shit, but they would probably, but I'm just saying, I know they want to, certain ones, because they like, yeah, but they got to be nice because they around the other motherfuckers, and it's like, because the other motherfuckers like, yes, bruh, yes, sir. They all like that when they shaking up, having fun, talking it up when we get out the car. What's up, bruh? Yes, sir. They know what I'm saying? This is police talking to me out here. So it's like either way, you know, niggas don't really trust everything, but it just shows in front of mother's face when they be like, damn, police talk to him like that, because people think they can call the police on a nigga and it's a problem. If they see a police talking to a nigga, oh, it's a problem. Yeah, why? Because they've been conditioned, because niggas been getting abused by the police for so goddamn long, man. Yeah, you're gonna think that it's a problem when you see a police officer talking to a nigga. Either he's trying to bribe his way to get his fucking life, his freedom, so you gotta tell on this motherfucker, nigga snitching, or something like that. Whatever. It's all kind of shit goes into that. But when you're in a certain area where it's kind of like normal, motherfuckers like, hey, they just saying, what's up? That's when others is looking like, damn, I guess I can't call the police. I hear the police don't even respond that quick and shit. It's kind of crazy and shit. I just seen motherfuckers had car accident, 2 white folks, and the police ain't even come. I sat there smoking my blunt and shit. Took about 40-something minutes. Them white folks still standing outside their car, waiting and shit, like with a crash. Ain't no ambulance or nothing come, nigga. I'm like, it's like the slick way of the Hawaiians, and they kind of let everybody know that they don't give a fuck. They ain't pulling up. But whenever they do, they pulling in with the sirens. They niggas too, so they pulling in with the sirens like, I was like, it's a Hawaiian driving the motherfucker. I was like, yeah, y'all, they mad too. And it's like, damn, that's another thing too. They want to keep niggas away from Hawaiians and shit, and Samoans and Tongans and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, man, it's two different fractions of these white folks in there, man. Not all of them, like I said, like all white folks is super bad and shit. Them Amish ones got it out the mud, G. They got it out the mud. They building shit in houses and everything. They do construction. They listen. They learn from a nigga. They like, okay, I got it down. This is how we make mortar. This is how we do framing. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for teaching us this shit. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna even bother y'all. And when every time they come to town, the mothers is amazed to see their ass high. Because they kept to their shit. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the Amish, man. And some of the Quakers too, but you know, because the Quakers went through some shit too. That's a deep story. It's another story. You know what I mean? But they did their thing. But they, you know, and we support the Amish. I love their stores. They got good ass bread with thick ass fucking protein with fruits and grains and shoots and roots and everything, man. Big ass piece of bread is like 20 something grams of protein, man. And you be full the whole day. That's when you say, I have my daily bread. That bread be thick as hell. And Milgrid and all them niggas. I don't know if that's the name and shit, but I don't want to mess. I don't want to disrespect. Come out, a white girl, thick as I don't know what, covered up, 3/4 of clothing and shit. Very kind to you. They not racist. I mean, there may be some history that must know that I don't know. But from what I know, them motherfuckers ain't racist. So, I'm pretty sure you can go to their land and chill out if you ask for it. But I don't know, I'm cool. But you know, a bro went over there and checked it out. I'm saying, shout out to Marshawn Lynch. He went to go check it out. I ain't watched this episode, but I seen him like doing some shit with the armor. And I'm like, hey, see, you know what I'm saying? They don't want us to connect, man, because you know, we them niggas, man. But yeah. So that being said, man, lot of things going down in the world. You see what's popping. Mothers getting a little bit upset and a little nervous and shit about somebody else targeting them now and shit. Cause we didn't put the guns up and started fighting them and shit, being fools and having shootouts with them motherfuckers, so we can go and be faced in front of the judge that's giving the fucking okay to the sheriff to deputize the motherfuckers to go out to be the damn city workers, the police, which is the state of the wars of the states and all that shit, to do their dirty deeds. It's like, nah, nigga. It's somebody else a little bit trump that shit. And I mean that in that type of way, like, And how dare a motherfucker can say something, that's what everybody think, like, how dare a motherfucker come to the aid, I ain't even saying that you come to the aid of, because they don't want nobody to help a nigga anyways. I'm just saying that now. But with all this information out now, you know already, corruptness has been going down for a while, even on their own motherfuckers. You know, bros couldn't even play basketball at certain areas when police pull up, say, we got a call, they disturbing, We're playing basketball, it's fun, it's happiness, it's an energy going over here. See, when you're not giving attention to certain individuals, they'll try to, even if they're mad, they try to get it in a mad way from you, or ones that are happy, they'll try to get it from a happy way from you. They'll find a way to get that energy from you, even if they don't even like you. They'll know to smile just to get it from you, because they know they need it. It's like you have the real energy of the cosmos, the cosmic currency that livens up these people's day, you know, that were placed into your path and shit by other people that were higher up or type shit to be able to take your land type stuff. So you can't even be able to travel around, and you being, you know, as brothers and shit, can't even travel around, you can't feel like you're prisoners in your own land, can't even go to the store, can't walk down the street, can't drive your car, can't be on the freeway just chilling, G. You ain't even got a lot of accidents, you can't even do none of that shit. Right, motherfucker, they got them peoples around. We call it Robin's Hood. Robbinsdale was Robin's Hood, man. You can't even drive down the street. I told everybody, you better start walking to the store. Now they put them on bikes and shit. You walking down the way to bikes, they say you fit, they accuse you now. How you gonna defend someone that accuses you and they already feel that they're right? It's the same thing I had to go through with the stories. I already know it's from the app. Mud told me that, I had the music up. And I go, nah, that wasn't me. I just humbly said that shit. And like, no, it was you. Like, damn, I didn't even, first of all, I ain't got a bag, that's not even on my forte. So if somebody said that, they just gotta be hating shit. They see me out here walking around, you know what I'm saying? I can do business. I ain't a billionaire, but I'm actually living the way I do. And then it's like, it triggers people. You know what I mean? And so they would say whatever. And even if I was listening to the music, I'm a grown ass man, what the fuck? I'm supposed to be little? You know what I mean? Like, that's what it's supposed to be? And these motherfuckers can't even come outside and do what they do. Because I said, who said it? It was a man, huh? Because a woman don't say that. Because there's mothers who got 2 storage units that's a woman, and they say, what's up to me? I know they ain't saying that. They're like, aloha. Thick and pretty as a motherfucker. But you got all these men out here and shit. Gated them. Motherfuckers don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, the women supposed to be hooling on the beaches and shit, but you got mothers left out on the beach and shit. Men and shit can't even sitting in patches and 12 motherfuckers and motherfuckers. Women can't even go sit on the beach and do the hula dances for free and shit. You know, it's like, damn, feeling nervous and shit. Because I know when I see them doing the hula dances in private, they like to see me. Like, yeah, it's brother. You know, I go to my cut and they respect the nigga, do what he doing. I smoke my little weed. They know I'm rolling my little whatever up. And they cool. They back there doing their little, the hula dances, telling the story and the dance. Shit looks so damn beautiful. I want our brothers and sisters to see that shit. And I know it's a connection. You know what I'm saying? A lot of words they have out here is connected. The only reason why they didn't want us to come out here, they trying to market to us that, you know, they try to make you afraid in a way, subconsciously. But you're really supposed to come here if you have, you feel the connection. Most likely, when niggas come here, they always say, when they tell me, man, I feel I was supposed to come out here. They always say that to me. That means it was in their spirit. I feel this is one of the places to come to, you know, and to heal. And I will do shows, and you know, not shows, but, you know, travels and tours and shit out here. What it do? What's happening? Hey, I gotta see the name, man. Oh man, there's something neat in the knee. I hope I said, bro. Oh, I'm gonna say the wrong thing. What it do? What's happening, big dog? Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. Appreciate it, man. What's the brim of it at the bottom and shit? Y'all I guess my shit's ripped up. It's like country hat now. I tilt you see it's ripped on. So I go like that. You know, that means I've been putting some love into this mother jumping shit. But yeah, I just jumped in, man. You know, And yeah, I would love a brother I wanted to actually put together for some of the chosen to be out here. Anthony, peace. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right. So, you know, I would love a mother to come out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think this is a place for folks to actually travel. I know they're just afraid to get on that plane and shit. But you got ancestors out here. You got mountains and stuff. You don't even have to worry about, like, you know, like the police is different. They don't even worry about you and shit. Now I'm saying this, the motherfucker might be saying, he's out here, so let's try to da-da-da. But nah, it's a little different and shit. Brother, they know the differences between niggas and Americans, and you know, and they like the Caribbeans a lot too. So they know the differences. You know what I mean? And so, and they talk to me. They like pull me to the side and whisper to me in the bush, like, brother, I'm so happy to see. And they so damn spiritual when you see a real Hawaiian and shit. It's like, oh, you know, or something, or a Tongan or a Samoan and shit, you know, because they like secret, you know, it's like secretive. Because, you know, it's a lot of, they try to, you know, a lot of white folks that came to the island and shit. So they kind of run out here, they little richness, and I'm not saying it's against all white folks, there's a lot of white folks in their own little areas and they ain't even tripping. I ain't talking about y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna be let out into the world and get a chance to experience us up close now with the food and the cooking and the vibe, and get rid of these other motherfuckers and shit that just overstaying they welcome and shit. They're doing hella shit to niggas and shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said, I would like a month come out here. I learn the island. The island got really close. We got really cool. I mean, I don't want to say nothing too bad. Actually, it's been cool. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, a lot of people don't have that type of experience. You know, they always get tested. You get tested real quick. The island will bless you, and then once you start whatever with your cluster B, man, it'll test your ass. It's gonna draw blood from you too. Like something will do. I don't witness so much stuff out here, but I do feel that black folks should come out here. We're not out here. We're not laid on the street, bummy like us. A lot of white folks, just rich bums on the street, man, doing meth and turning the girls out, man. Pretty ass girls. You see, like, damn, like some months later, she's out, turned out. I still be saying hi to everybody and shit. You know what I'm saying? But then there's slickness too underneath. There's slickness underneath out here too, because there's rich people with high status that know you and see me. They see me because I'm representing all us as I'm walking on the way, and they finally figured out, nigga eat fruits, berries, melons from Mississippi, and he ain't even fucking these bras and shit, because they can't say, oh, he's, because they see me not messing with mothers, but I can attract females. Then they see me with the thugs and shit. Come here, baby. Come here. Come your ass up here. Come here, baby. I got you. Hold on, wait, I'm gonna show you. And then they see me with the thugs and shit. That's why they came over here. They see me holding the birds and shit. Then they all tell me, like, man, I ain't never seen nobody have a, have a bird and hold the birds or whatever out here. That's because, you know, they don't really sit out in nature. They kind of like thinking about, you know, the money aspect, you know. And this is a spiritual place. You're supposed to think about spirituality in this place. And you'll heal. Or, you know, because niggas do need to heal. And this is a good place for us to come to, you know. And they can't make you feel like you know, that's too big, I think. Say what's up, Roughneck. You did it? I mean, do dirty. You know what I'm saying? So they might make it seem like, you know, they know if you're rich, you'll thrive out here. They tell you, like, yo, the island bless you. You have to be out here for a certain time. I only hear that from certain ones. And the island's always been doing the damn thing. Like, I'll pull up whatever the hell I asked for. I ain't gonna even front. I'm telling you, I don't even want to, like, I'm not too my own horn now, man. The spirit out here, man, is open. If I'm upset, that volcano go off. It's like crazy things. Like, I think we all supposed to come out here, man. And they need to see niggas. You know, only feelings that were hurt is who they call the howlies out here. They call them howlies. The people, the white folks who came and never left. That's what they call them. Like, man, these motherfuckers are some spiritless beings, man. You know what I'm saying? And they try to pull that shit out here, but it don't work. The island, like, checks them, like, quick. I probably shouldn't talk about that shit. I had to do the story of that one. Because it's so damn spiritual. Because most I told me to come here, I came out from Minnesota. Out here. I had a dream I was on a small island with a shiny red dude, like a real Preston John, and it felt like from the past or something. Word, bro, man, I appreciate you looking at them. I appreciate you, G. Man, some lady said one day, I'm not even going front, man, and I didn't even notice this either, you know? Ladies, they hold it in. These people is rich. They don't be, wealthy rich. So they don't really compliment you all the way. And sometimes if they do, it's like a over compliment. But this lady said, man, she was trying to get me in the car. I got in the car with her, but she was telling me, like, man, some days you be looking like, she's the first time she ever met me and shit. And the air conditioner came on. I think it cooled my melanin, man. And I looked like I was looking like she's like, you look like you velvet and shit. And I looked down, I was like, damn, my hue kind of looked like it was velvet. I know I didn't turn into some other shit saying like, talking like that, but yeah, man. But this is a spirit. I feel like we came out here, man. We got in tune with the earth out here, you know. You know, and we came out here. You know what I'm saying? You start feeling, you'll feel the spiritual nature, your spirit that come online. Like I seen a lot of shit in my dreams different from out here, you know. A lot of things out here, you know what I'm saying? A lot of things. Gotta be high vibration. They call it, you know, the aloha vibe. A lot of people don't have the aloha vibe. They're not goofy, you know what I'm saying? Like goofy in a way where you're like, you know, enlightened and fun, you know what I'm saying? Intelligent, goofy, or just being cool and just chilling and sitting back. The sun been shining on the Naga for this live for a while now and shit. I mean, I've been sitting in the sun for a moment, right in your face. A lot of niggas can't even sit in the sun. Like, I can't even. I'm so hot. That's some motherfucking parasites in your ass telling you to go somewhere and get in the shade and shit. You know what I mean? But we over here on a spiritual diet. We don't even eat that much. And of course, I wasn't doing it on the mainland, but I really understood it when you use the sun as actual fucking food. The UV rays that they're so afraid of, and I know that we're, you know, silica-based beings more so. He said we came from the waters. You already know. He said, and then went into the twin flame Gemini. Yeah. Hey, I like that. I'm sitting there listening now. I like that shit. I was just thinking about Gemini today. It's crazy how Gemini came to mind and shit. It just came out of nowhere. I was thinking about it. I don't know where the word Gemini came to mind. Yeah, hold on. My thumb's over here. This is I call it roughneck. Yeah. I just learned a lot of the spiritual shit. I'm like, damn, run up to the top of the mountain and shit. I'm like, it's all them mounds up there. I'm like, I seen it. I'm like, dragons. I'm putting it together. I'm like, dragons is out here, man. It's all that fucking lava out here. It's all them dragons and niggas, which is niggas and dragons connect. One day I was laying on the beach and I looked up and I was like, man, it was a big ass, not too big, but big enough to see, and it was low enough. I got the video of it. Got like, as soon as I posted it up, it was like 13,000 views. But I caught it almost at the end. It's always like that with the videos, right? I couldn't find my fucking phone. And I was just looking at it flap over me with these long ass arms with these red ass eyes or orange eyes or something. And it looked leathery like a what you call them things? It's on Jurassic Park. Flying ass motherfucking pterodactyls or something like that. Man, yeah, something, I think it was pterodactyl. Man, shit. And then I seen it another time. I showed Mud Bro was with me. And then he said, oh, I got some recording. Look at this. Tell me what y'all think this is. It just pulled up all of a sudden. They got all them goddamn whoops on there and shit. Hold on, not the big boat. Them right there, because the big boat's slick. They pull up with the antennas. They ain't got the fly and chemtrail shit. They come with the antennas and try to change the weather. So it's going to be raining later. They're trying real hard and shit. They go most high with the butterfly came through. But yeah, what the hell is that nigga right there, man? And then they pull up right to where I'm at and shit. Because I'm like tucked down and shit. This is called like, you know, the healing pond or the house of God and shit. So when motherfuckers pull up and they see me and say no swine, no this, that, no smoke and that. And this is what it says over there. And it says it in like a Hawaiian. And then they look over and see me with the thugs and shit with the birds like, they're like, oh. Then I'll be putting the birds in other people's hands, and when white people see another nationality hold a bird, they be like, oh, that's so nice and nice. And then next you know the bird lands in my hand, they're like, oh. Only like the Chinese folks, when they see me, they be like, oh shit. And I be sitting there putting the birds in their hands and stuff like that, you know. Like, they'll come to you too. They be like, it's because of you. It's because of you. And I'm like, nah, you got the energy too, just sit here with them, you know. This is yeah, that's a swerve off the turf. You know, that's putting together a flow and shit. But yeah, man, I'm gonna probably get ready to bounce up off here because I see the gang stalkers. I got gang stalkers from everywhere because I'm out here chopping it up. Even if it ain't a lot, it's the right ones that's looking. And it's the right ones, whether it's the ones that's getting triggered or, you know, whichever ones, or the ones that's getting blessed. You know what I'm saying? It's the right ones. It's not like just, even if the ones who discovered it and seen it, just gonna see it now and then the cream comes later on in their life or something. but it's meant for that. You know what I'm saying? It's not meant for like a million months at this point. So, but you can see the connections to things, so we can put it together. I got all the birds out over here, man. Them niggas see me over here now. They like, because people can't sit out in the sun. That's another thing. I use the sun as like my shield and shit, and that's why they cover it up. You know what I mean? But I use it as a shield, and it keeps people away. They'll come and try to sit around, and I know they can't stay long, so I'm like, I might as well not even get upset, because they ain't gonna sit around this shit. It's gonna be hot. You know, even though hot is, it's not really that hot. It's like 80 degrees or something like that. But yeah, but when the sun beaming on you, it's still fair weather though. You know, white folks can still live here. It's live here too. Everybody can live here, but you gotta respect the island. The island's gonna make you respect it, or it's gonna fuck you up. People can't survive. I don't watch people who couldn't survive it, G. They I know they looking at me like, man, how in the hell? You know, and then people here look at me like, how in the hell and shit. And then I'm not even inside. They kind of putting it together a little bit, like, okay, because you gotta have some type of spiritual connection to the island for it to even bless you in the first damn place. So, because I done seen people try to go out their way to make me not bless. You know what I'm saying? To make me fail and shit. You know what I mean? I just like, and I ain't only be doing nothing but talking to y'all, going to the gym. Look at the sparrow. Which one you want? Shit, y'all ain't gonna let him get it. Going to the gyms, I went to all the different gyms, and people try to sabotage me, of course, and shit. One person tried to get me to, or a lady tried to get me the membership because she think I didn't know. She wanted to see what I was doing to work out. That's more than what I'm doing to work out. You know, and the men are different out here in the gym. They're not all athletic, but they act like they're athletic, so it's like a bunch of billionaire people who watch a lot of YouTube workout videos and don't do nothing really, you know what I'm saying? But they're billionaires or something, you know what I'm saying? So they can walk through the gym like they don't want a gold medal or something. Yeah, shit like that. And it's like, and so, yeah, but now they see I'm a little older. They see I'm open and understand that they try to judge me at first, but they can see that I'm different. You know, they see us, you know what I mean? And anybody who's connected to us, they can tell that they've been around us. All right, baby. She's like, man, you gonna get me something? They can tell that they've been around us, you know what I mean? And, you know, we mean well. The world's starting to see that we mean well, especially in places like this. They're like, man, niggas ain't evil like that, man. You know? I'm asking older guys coming to me, I heard you talking the other day, I overheard you. Man, they overheard. I mean, they was eavesdropping and listening. I be trying to whisper damn near when I be talking and shit. Motherfucker heard me talking about some supplements. I'm like, yeah, you know, I do supplement plans. And then another, and I understand, I track like a lot of white people and nationalities, period. So I'm not trying to be hateful on that. So there's some other channels talking about all this stuff, the athletic stuff, the workout stuff. But the guy came up, he's like, man, he just stopped me. I usually try to ignore people, but he stopped me like, man, what do you do for da-da-da-da? I see you have the da-da-da-da-da. I'm like on a swollen, trying to cut up the stage. But as I'm working out, I was in a workout, you know, everything was a pump. And so once they seen how I handled him, they see that, this nigga ain't even hate him. Man, that opened up everybody to walk up towards me and shit, you know? I'm like, yeah, I do meal plans. He trying to get the meal plan. I'm like, yo, I do all this stuff, man, but you know, you gotta follow through for the full month, and then the next month is the bonus month. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't just do the shit, and I'm giving you all this energy, and it's a waste of time. That's old school shit. We don't do that no more. Hold on, did I hurt you? No. All right. So yeah, but yeah, it's just starting to they see, and it's getting so friendly that badass females running in the middle of the night. I be seeing all the time, dark of the night. Well, I be up early, so it's like, you know, 4:30 in the morning or something like that, 4 or 5. And I be sitting, getting my day, getting my, you know, stuff ready for the day, you know. And this is always just badass Hawaiian girl, man. She's older too, man. And she run past, and every day I know she feeling my ass, because she's always like, hi, she be nervous when she sees me. One day she seen me without my garments on. Man, she couldn't even look. She was like, I seen her from a distance. And I didn't even know it was her until I seen her walk past, but she's so daggone banging. I don't think the average man can pass her up. I'm telling you right now. There's a couple bars in the gym. I don't think the average man can pass up, and they all be around a knocker, and shit. It's something else. They all intrigued. You know, they intrigued. And I ain't been around here running through these females and shit. That's another thing they probably afraid of. They like, man, this nigga finna come through and bang all our broads and shit. I'm like, no, you ain't gotta worry about that. Not about me and shit. I ain't gonna be the one, but I ain't gonna say it ain't gonna be nobody and shit. You know, but that's what that is though. But it's not all, these are not Hawaiians. These are like different nationalities that are like mixed up. And I'm not talking about Tongans or Samoans. They're a little different. They niggas. They secure in themselves. So that ain't nothing. Our females are like them, their men and their women are like us, type shit. And that I can already see it. That's how you have to see civilization. We already can tell we all bop alike. But the 5 major ones out here, the Vegetians, the one with the afros, what they call it, the big fros, them, and the Tahitians, they kind of mix a little bit now. But the Samoans, they kind of mix, but they still like, boom, you know what I'm saying? They still throw that fire and shit. And then, you know, the Hawaiians, you know what I'm saying? And the Tongans. The Tongans are a very loving tribe. And they like me. I talk to them. We all talk to each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I want us to meet them. I want us to, hey, nigga, them white folks know it too, man, out here. They like, because there's no reason for us to talk too tough. Unless it's like a high and by or, you know, because that kind of shows that, you know, because the black man has a personality too. Like, because we kind of been gaslighted certain ways where we're entertainers or we're thugs or the way we come off. So now they get to see, like, through our everyday life, they got a chance to study me and look at me through our everyday life. Like, he's not a drug seller, he's not a dope dealer, he's not a whatever, you know what I'm saying? Pimping, I ain't come out here to pimp no girls, you know what I'm saying? None of that. And that could go down, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't. Like, you know, and actually they see me vibing with nature more than everybody else did. And it just shows a difference. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know it. Yeah, man, so. Debo, what's up? Say what's up. It's the big dog. Say what's up, Debo? Baby girl. She like, man, I want some. You saying hi to everybody? Yeah. That's how they show they love and shit. They just run up, like to touch you and shit. Yeah, man. And that's cool. But yeah, y'all, you know what I'm saying? I definitely wanted to put together something real soon, but if not, out here, it's going to be, you know, as when time permits. But I would love to be here too, so Mus can actually get a chance to explore it with an actual cool tour guide, because, you know, who knows the Aina and, you know, the beaches and places to go and the hike, the lay down, and, you know what I'm saying, you want to be able to rest outside when you come here. You ain't shit else, you don't want to do nothing else, but you're supposed to be in nature in this motherfucker and chill out, because nature's alive, you know what I'm saying? Spirits is alive, you know, the water is alive, and there's always a chance, you know what I'm saying? Walking on lava rock, it's always a chance. You can fuck around, you can slice your shit at any moment. Divana, you can be in the water. If you're not righteous, man, Divana can fucking stab your ass. I done seen it do it. Shit. I was fortunate enough, not gonna either, that I ain't have Ivana on my ass or the sea urchins and shit. You know what I mean? I was fortunate enough, man. I'm telling you. I done seen a mug. I had took on a trip. Oh, what was down at the little Captain Cook thing, Kelikakua Bay, and this dude had a big ass one in his foot. But it was hard to get. I was like, and the only thing you can say is I heard you gotta piss on it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, it gets people like them. One time I seen a black girl come here, she was all like, yeah, you know, and the way she was, I don't know, she just kind of thought I didn't say she thought she was bad, but she didn't know what she was doing when she got in that water. She got out that water, man, had Vanna all on her motherfucking leg, and all that, them stings on her leg, man, it was just like, oh, shit. I was like, what happened? She was like, I don't know. I was like, yeah, you went into the wrong part of the water. Somebody should have told you and shit, girl. And then I seen one girl try to show out in front of her motherfucking husband. I was on the side. I'm like, damn, why the hope this girl don't try to show out in front of, you know, towards me over here. You know what I'm saying? But she got her ass in that water. That shit tumbled her ass up. It was over there. Tumbled her ass up. Man, that motherfucker got out, had nothing but on her. Man, her whole leg was red with them damn spiky ass sea urchins, man. It just fuck you up. Fuck you up. You can't even touch shit in this water, nigga. No, you gotta really swim. You gotta learn how to float over the rock. It's not about no, nigga. If you get by the rocks, you gotta learn how to float over that motherfucker just enough. Cause it could be a sea urchin right there. It could be a sharp ass diamond cliff edge on the water, and you don't even see it because it looks so beautiful from the outside. Like, oh, that looks so nice. But shit, it's jagged edge, razor sharp ass lava stone and shit. You be walking on it, just butterfly your motherfucking foot. You got tired and wanted to put your foot down. It's like, no, nigga, you can't do that. You better not do that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I seen it happen and shit. Man. You know what I'm saying? I remember. But anyways, though, I love y'all, man. I'm about to probably jump off this joint so I can go into the woo. They go Most High, go through the butterfly and shit. And I'm like, Most High, where? That's what the dude said to me one day. He came to me and finally, he's like, yeah. I said, oh, they go Most High. He's like, where? I was like, man, I'm just talking about the butterfly. I don't know. I just say that at most time when they come through and shit. You know what I'm saying? When I see a butterfly or a dragonfly come through out the cut, I give them a shout out. And my little dragons that come up on me and shit, I'm like, dragon! They be like, what's up, nigga? They do their little thing and shit. They be like, what's up, nigga? And you know, they eat this. I give them little banana peels and shit like that. They be sitting there like, we just be chilling and shit. I'm like, y'all niggas is cool. Alright. Hey, yo, I love you, man. I love y'all for staying up in here, man. Peace. I appreciate you. Peace to the tribe. Peace, y'all. I love you. And I'll be with you in the next one. I'm gonna be on the athletic channel, man. We're chopping up about the little, you know, the athletic folks who try to get out their lane, man, and try to get into another lane, and shit happens, man. So yeah, I'll be with you in the next one. Peace. Oh shit, we're back in the game? Nah, all right, cool.